What's cladding?
Yeah.
It's that gear there. What are you doing? Just riding your bike. Welcome to, or welcome back to Watch the Ads, whichever one it is. I'm still ads, believe it or not. A few bits and pieces have been done, nothing major. Painted the seat, varnished the ceiling, sorry. I was quite pleased about the colour. That was the colour of the cladding, obviously. And it didn't go too much darker, which I was alright with. I quite liked it being a bit paler. So yeah, that's turned out alright. But today, I've got to do that on there. And then, I've also got to build a worktop today with some bits and pieces. I'll show you. I've got some leftover laminate pieces. Some 12mm laminate. It's really good quality. It's not a bad colour, and I think it'll fit quite nicely in the van. Use this piece of MDF. I know MDF's not the best thing to use in a kitchen, but in all honesty, it's about getting the van usable for a minute, and I can upgrade things as I go from there, because I just want to get out and about now. So I've got some pine board that I'm going to use to make the doors. So pine doors, obviously, they'll look better than that. But I'm going to whack on a few tunes and probably crack on with that so that I can get that painted. I've got some trim to go underneath to hide all of my discrepancies here. Obviously a bigger piece than that. That's an offcut, obviously. So yeah, see what we can do. So after all that, it turns out I haven't actually got enough. Short by about 2 pieces. And Wicks is a half-hour drive from here. Don't know if I can be asked to do that today. See what happens in a minute. But first, I do have things that I could get on with. So many things to do. I need to work on this breakfast bar though. Should we do that? That's gutting. Look at that, so close. So close. Got these offcuts, but they're quite short. Loads of them. What I should have done was bought the longer lengths. You live and learn. So yeah, what I might do now instead then is have a look at this breakfast bar. Let's do that. So I farted around with the idea of putting a flat bit on the end of this so that it can flap up. You've got somewhere to prepare food. I'm still going to do that, but rather than give myself the added headache of trying to get it to all match and get it to all look the same, I'm just going to put a cutting board there. It's going to get a decent, nice cutting board, put it there, hanging down, stand it up whenever you need it for preparing food. I don't know why I stumbled my words then, but so I've got that on, cut that to size. Now I've got to go and I'm going to lay the laminate floor that I'm going to, it's flooring, reclaimed flooring. Is it reclaimed flooring? It's just leftover flooring. It needs to be sealed. Obviously I'm going to be doing food there. For now, I just need to use the van. I think I've said that 1,000 times. Summer's quickly running away with us here and I haven't had a chance to do anything yet. There's a few things that need doing mechanically as well. It keeps going into limp mode, which I think is a common fault at the moment. So that has to be dealt with. So much going on. Let's have a look anyway. It sounded so uninspired to have a go anyway. Let's do it, let's have a go, let's put some laminate on some MDF, yeah! Okay, so, let's have a look. So I've cut these, so I'll stick them on here and then I've got to trim them up a bit because I don't think I've done a very good job of cutting them, if I'm being completely honest with you. So let's get one end flush, straight. Okay. What I've actually done is bulge that end right up. It's horrible, but I don't care because I can trim that down. I've got some edge strip to put along the end of it anyway, so I'm gonna glue that in. I might see if I can find a couple of screws, probably not. Chuck some glue on it, see what happens. I keep saying see what happens. I think it's because I never know what's going to happen. Yeah, but I think it would be quite nice. Cheap and cheerful. I'm gonna go with a bit of stick saw. Would have used PVA, haven't got any. Just gonna whack a load of this on and try and screw it from behind. I've got some 25mm screws. All told, that should be fine. 18mm MDF, 12mm flooring. Obviously that makes 40mm. So I should be able to get a little bit of a grab on these just to hold it all together. We'll see. I'm gonna, do you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Stop messing around, Dad. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Right, if you're gonna do it, you might as well overdo it. Use a bit of this here. Smudge it all about a bit. Gotta be honest, this sort of thing's my favourite. Get as much about as you can. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. Learned a new word this week. Smooge. I think it's relevant now. Smooge it in. So yeah. Let's go with that for a minute. I know I've got one dodgy side, so I'm going to line up one edge square as hell, like that. Okay. Like I said, this is a far cry from the finished result that I wanted. I had a lot of other ideas for how I was going to do this unit, but to be honest, as I keep saying, the van needs to get used. I'm trying to get it into a position where I can use it, so I'm just trying to do it as cheaply as possible. So I'm going to clamp it up, chuck some screws in the back just to hold it all together, sand it up, shave that edge off because that edge is appalling. So let's secure it a bit. I don't know if I've mentioned during making this, if I could go back and do it again, I'd buy a workbench. I didn't buy a workbench. Silly mistake to make. Right, so the worktop looks quite nice. I need to let it dry so I can wash all the glue off, the excess, all the bits and pieces, sand it down. I'm gonna make some doors. Never made doors before. I don't think it can be that difficult. I think the difficult part is going to be the hinges. But we'll see. Bought myself some new tools for that, so yeah, let's have a go at that as well. It's one of those days, isn't it? Like, days like this are the worst. When you make a massive plan, let's have this. So many plans to do so many things, and then you drop the ball on one, it kind of screws up the rest of the day on all of the rest of it. But as you can tell, I've still got a shed load left to do. But the only way to really do it is just keep chipping through it. And as I've said before, it just goes to prove that if I can do it, no matter how half-assed and haphazard it might turn out to be, you definitely can. it's definitely something you could do as well. So yeah, let's mark out where these doors are going, cut this pine panels down, and then see if I can't drill these hinges in. Let's have a look. Bought some hinges, kitchen door hinges from the Magical Trago. If you haven't got a Trago, I feel bad for you because it's been godsend. Trago and YouTube, I don't know how I would have done it without it. So I've got to get these countersunk so that they fit in here. Obviously I've got to get the measurements right to match the door. That should be yeah, should be fun. Let's try. Right, so I've cut the door. So I've got the door cut. Now I've got to try and figure out where the hinges are going. There's probably people out there going, it's simple, mate, do this, this and this. But I'm simple, mate, so I don't know how to do this, this and this. So what I'm going to do is where have I put my marks to? I measured it up, squared it up where I needed it to be. I've measured the tool that I'm going to drill it with, and I've come 30mm in. So I'm guessing that's where my hinge hole has to be. I just have to be a little bit cautious because I don't want to drill all the way through. So bit worried about this bit, but it is what it is. Something can happen, won't it? So the problem I've got with this drill bit is knowing the depth, because it's actually, including the tine at the bottom there, the same as the wood. So if I go too far, I'm going to pop through the other side, which isn't what I want. So I'm going to need both hands and don't have any working space. So wish me luck, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, hopefully not on the other side. Hopefully I'll see you in a minute and I haven't been to the other side, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, I apologise, but yeah. Why is that so shit then? Batteries are dying. Oh. Let's have a look. Oh, nearly there. Nerve-wracking though. I think I'm just going to creep it in like that. I need like about 2mm. I've got to go about 2mm. Oh my god, come on, look. Got a little bit of seesaw in there, but you know what, I'm going to go with that. Let's do the other one. I just don't want to pop through because I can't go and get another piece of wood. That's it, I ain't going no further than that. Right, so I've got some holes. I've got to hope they're in the right place. It's my first time doing it, so let's just see how it works out, shall we? Just realised when I was editing this video that not a lot of it made any sense towards the end. I got as far as drilling the hinges and then I sort of lost my temper with it a little bit because made a massive mistake. Allow me to show you why. I didn't realise that there was a standard measurement from the outside of the door to the centre of where you're going to countersink the hinge. 20 to 22.5mm. I did mine at 30, as you can see from that video. Absolutely spent ages trying to adjust the door, get it to fit. Wouldn't fit, obviously, because it was, well, it was wrong, to be fair. So yeah, so these are my doors now. This is the day after. I'll probably, what I'll do is, I've done a little bit of video of what I was doing today, but it's a little bit hectic, so I'll chuck that in now. What I'll do is, I'll do that really annoying metallic, it's called a metallic hit. I'm going to do that, and then I'll do a cut to black with some words, and then it'll be a metallic hit at the same time, and then that'll be Sunday. It'll probably say Sunday. Now, we're in paint mode today. definitely got to try sampling stuff on wood before you go ahead with it. We bought some of this. Now, I'm not slagging this stuff off. It's probably fine for what it does, but Rust-Oleum weathered wood. Now if you read it, it says translucent weathered driftwood effect for wood. Yeah, translucent it definitely is. By translucent it means watery as hell. It hasn't actually changed the colour of, I mean, this bit's been painted, believe it or not. There's a bit of it there, but that's, so now it's on a mad dash now to go and find some actual paint rather than a stain. I think maybe just to take a little bit of the grain out, because there's a lot of wood. I don't want it to look too much like a sauna, but yeah, that was close. We nearly started painting everything as well. So yeah, mission to Trago now to see if we can, oh, and anyone who don't know what Trago is, by the way, have a look, Trago Mills. Between Trago and YouTube, I would never have built this van, just saying. So yeah, off we pop. I said off we pop. I'm so sorry. I'll do better. Off we pop. Jesus Christ. Right, so we got back, we've got some wood, chucked up a few battens in here, got paintings underway, Declan's on wood cutting duties, trying to get what we can done today. I'm trying to get as much done back here as I can so that I can move most of this crap out back there and start building some bits in here. So yeah, it's all go at the minute. All sorts going on. Declan's out there doing the handle. Nice yellow handle that I had there. So I got my son back here now. Just taking all the yellow off. So Declan's doing that. I don't think I've done a very good job with this window so far. I think it's probably overkill with that massive piece on there for the windowsill. Either way it needs to be boxed in, so probably going to look at doing that. It's almost a shame to put furniture in it now because it's really big, spacious and nice. Yeah, so that was Sunday. Painting was a pain in the ass. I don't like painting at all. I hate it. It's probably the bane of my life. So massive shout out to Jet for helping me out with that, because it actually looks pretty sick. Oh, actually looks very good. After prattling around with loads of different types of paint, landed on one that worked. So it actually matches quite well, so I decided to use that grey down on here as well. And weirdly, these draw fronts are white and this is some smoky grey gear. And as you can see, messed up, didn't I? But anyway, I learnt my lessons there and got the hinges drilled in properly. Still have a lot of work to do in this cupboard, but the cupboard's there now. It's these doors were supposed to just be a temporary measure as with everything else, but they'll probably end up staying until they break. If you're doing your own van build, put up loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of battens. Put loads and loads and loads of battens everywhere, because I've been retrofitting battens and putting them in after, which has been probably not the best. So I'd recommend putting in loads of battens, plan everything carefully, be a little bit more mindful of how you're going to go about doing things. I didn't do any of those things. I just sort of went at it, and it's landed all right, to be honest. It's all turning out all right, but if I could go back and do it all again, I'd definitely make some changes, definitely plan ahead. Yeah. So this is where I've got myself a little kitchen, done my own little worktop, put some of these tiles up. These tiles are good, by the way. They're adhesive. They probably won't last forever, but I think they look quite smart. I'm going to put a partition down here so you won't see any of that anyway. Yeah, progress is happening. Quite pleased about it. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the support on TikTok. I appreciate all the advice and all the people saying that I was doing a good job. It's really good, and all the people giving me positive vibes. It's good. I appreciate the positive vibes at the moment. I could really do with them. So any more positive vibes, feel free to keep them coming. I'm very grateful for them. And yeah, any comments or anything? Anybody got anything to say about anything I've done, whether it's good or bad? I'm not really bothered. I could do with the input. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you on the next video. I love you very much. Take care. Love you. Bye.